Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to say, and the hands on the clock keep moving. I'm a winner but I feel like I'm losing. Sit and ask myself what's the solution. Feel so confused, can't rewind the time. Would if I could but I can't. Been years since it passed, guess we all play a part.
Hi guys, this is Unders, and today we're going to be testing out the new de-esser available from the partners of Slate Digital, Eiosis. It's another plugin by Fabrice Gabriel, and so far I'm dead impressed with it. So if you find this type of review really helpful, or you want to keep up to date with these sort of things, pop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep doing this and keep doing these sort of reviews and keep bringing out the new plugins, what we can do with them, and having a good look at them. So in this project I've got a track I mixed fairly recently. We'll just play a little snip of it here, and I've selected this particular bit and I've taken the de-esser I was using off because it's got some really prevalent S's, so this is a great way to demo this.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to say, and the hands on the clock keep moving. I'm a winner but I feel like I'm losing. Sit and ask myself what's the solution. Feel so confused, can't rewind the time. Would if I could but I can't. Been years since it passed, guess we all play a part.
Fab. So you can hear most of those S's on the actual mixed version. I've used the Fabfilter De-Esser and they were suppressed pretty nicely. In this case we're going to have a little look here. Now if I just solo the vocal and we'll zoom in a bit on it so we can see what's going on. Happy days.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to say, and
of course there's lots of S's in that passage, and you can hear they, while level wise they're fairly static, and I've got the CLA vocals channel here and I'm using the compressor in that to hold everything steady. Because of the way an S sound works, they're like the S's and P's, probably got lots of me saying them in this. I'll probably have to use the de-esser on this session afterwards. They pop out and they sound louder to us because of the way a microphone reacts with those particular sounds. Now if we have a look at this, there's a couple of things about it that I haven't really discovered in other de-essers that have sold me pretty much straight away. First thing up here, you're going to see the audio coming in and it's going to highlight key areas. Just have a quick look at that.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone.
Yeah, logic overload.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to say, and the hands on the clock keep moving. I'm a winner but I feel like I'm losing. Sit and ask myself what's the solution.
Okay, so you can see here it's giving us a spectrogram with the orangey brown type parts being where it's detected S's based on our settings on the sensitivity, the amount, and where we've placed it. That's really useful, and you can see the rhythm of it. Hip hop track, vocals are to the rhythm. You can see how the rhythm's going with the rhyming words. I think this is going to be a big area where it's used. Now that's really helpful to see what's going on, and it gives you an idea that this is detecting the right sort of things. You can hear them at the right points.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to.
Perhaps where you're hearing them, that's where they're appearing. Okay, now if you go down here to the sort of EQ style section, you see if I highlight this, it shows you where it is frequency wise in relation to what's going on here. Now, you can see these are sort of charging through the whole spectrum. You might get ones that aren't charging through the whole spectrum and they're just more isolated. Just a nice little way to target them down. Now something I've never really seen on a de-esser before, you quite often get a vocal that it's hitting at a particular frequency, you de-ess it there and it's still happening somewhere else. You can see I was having a look on here, I've got it just above 5k marker here. It actually shows as what, 5.97. You can add another dip point rather than having to use another de-esser or another compressor or multi-band compress. You can add another dip point, and if we can activate it there, fab, it's now going to work at 2k as well, which is just awesome because it's completely movable. So you can find the multiple areas that's happening. Now if I bring that down, you see it's got really quite a wide Q as well, so it sounds quite natural, If we do that and have a little listen to what that's doing now.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to say, and the hands on the clock keep moving. I'm a winner but I feel like I'm losing. Sit and ask myself what's the
Yeah, now if we pass it without it on.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to say.
And in.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to say, and the hands on the clock keep moving. I'm a winner but I feel like I'm losing. Sit and ask myself what's the solution. Feel so confused, can't rewind the time. Would if I could but I can't. Been years since it passed, guess we all play a part. Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone.
So that's really good the way that's working. It's nice and smooth, and it's not cutting in. If you put extreme settings, which is what you can get with quite a lot of de-essers, it just sort of hammers it, it takes it out, it doesn't sound natural anymore. Another thing that looks like it's missing from the main controls over here, it's actually down here, it's the sibilant listen, so you can hear the areas you're actually dipping in the de-esser. That's bang on. We can hear that is catching the areas we want it to be catching. Another thing that I've never had in a de-esser that I tried on this earlier, kind of works, I think it would need a bit of playing with, is to go extreme settings and then you've got a wet dry control. So let's take the sibilant listen off.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to say, and the hands on the clock keep moving. I'm a winner but I feel like I'm losing. Sit and ask myself what's the solution. Feel so confused.
Cool, that's way too much, it just doesn't sound
Where's all
good.
my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away.
But we can wet dry it.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to say, and the hands on the clock keep moving. I'm a winner but I feel like I'm losing. Sit and ask myself what's the solution. Feel so confused, can't rewind it.
Let's smoothen that up a bit because it's getting a little bit harsh.
Where's all my G's at? Some are locked up and some passed away. Someone answered the phone, must have nothing to say, and the hands on the clock keep moving.
Yeah, and that's now doing a pretty good job with the wet dry, getting the pure dry signal, hammering the DS signal, smooth. It's got a slow, it seems to be a slower release and slower attack on smooth, and that's just evening them up. I mean, all round this de-esser is awesome. It's added a couple of little tools that you would see on a multiband compressor, and then adding the wet dry, then the amounts of sensitivity, adjusting the smooth setting rather than it being sort of a speed attack release type thing is quite nice. The auto sibilant section, it's all round a brilliant de-esser. I mean, I've been using Fabfilter's de-esser for a couple of years at this point, and I really like that. But this is just taking that the next step for me. This is absolutely awesome. I'd recommend just go check it out. Try and watch some of the other videos. If you're a Slate everything bundle user, you'll be able to grab it for free. You just open Gobbler and it'll let you take the download. Well worth having to play with, especially if you're doing vocals similar to what I'm working with here. It's just going to make your life so much easier. Also, just a side note, it's worth testing it out on things like cymbals, and it has a couple of different modes. So see, I've got it on solo vocal at the moment. We can do backing vocal, voiceover, guitar squeaks and the overheads. They work in a slightly different profile. The mastering is not something I would necessarily dip into too much. I would like to have it treated before it's reached that point. I don't master my own tracks. I mean, you see this is a finished mix. I've got this on in solid bass, which is taking maybe less than 1 dB off just because I like the sound how it was in the final mix. I don't do mastering. I wouldn't really use it on a master, but the fact it's got the profiles there for it is brilliant. They're not presets either, they are profiles of how the de-esser works. See, the presets themselves are up here. Right, I think that's been my review of the Eiosis E2Desser by Fabrice Gabriel. Huge fan of Fabrice. I mean, I love the plugins he's making. This is just another huge tick in the box. I've been asking Slate to do a de-esser forever, and they have finally listened to me. I wanted it in the virtual mix rack, but this has exceeded what I was after. If they can put this little bottom module in mix rack, yeah, even better. But this is still fantastic. I'm well happy with it. Thank you very much, guys.
1 2 1 2. Subvert the cynic. Trigger rider. Yo, let's pop this off. Lost a lot of fam, lost a lot of people. Only get one chance, there's no sequel. Depressed and stressed.